Hello students, I'm Dr. Manpreet Arora from Central University of Himachal Pradesh. Today we are going to talk about financial information resources. There are so many decisions taken by individuals or organizations which require access to the financial information resources. And the information for the organizations is always very vast. If you are talking about industry or a company or a market, then it becomes more wider. Say, for example, if you want to invest in a security, it calls for collection of vast information, maybe relating to the industry or the market also. The market for the securities is very much going to affect your investment decisions. Availability of money, flow of information into the market, it is going to largely affect your investment decisions or demand and supply forces. In addition to the market price, investors they are also interested in knowing the intrinsic value of the shares. Intrinsic value of the shares means the value of net assets available per equity share of the company. Intrinsic value is always revolving around the market price of the share. So when the intrinsic value of the share is to be seen, we have to take care of the market forces and then we advise people to go for investments or not. But on the other hand, if investors they intend to buy the securities of any other company, they need to compare the information of the two companies, then they can take decisions to buy the securities of one company or not. So the market analysis, estimation of the intrinsic value, or taking any kind of financial decision for the company as a company's stakeholder, it requires collection of information from various appropriate sources, and you need to have so many type of information to take such decisions. Let us briefly, first of all, talk about the sources of such information and the types of information needed. Say, for example, security analysis. The sources and the types of information are the first can be the various world affairs which are going on. It can be domestic or economic or political factors information. It can be relating to the industry. So we require industry information. We need the information about the company. So it can be the company information. It can be about a particular security. So we require a security market information. It can be relating with the prices. So it can be the stock prices or the security price quotations. It can be the data on the related markets in which you are going to invest or are interested. So we read data on related markets. If you are interested in investing, buying, selling, or even getting an information about a mutual fund, then data on the mutual fund is available at many sources. If you are interested in making a new issue or buying a new issue, even then data on new issue market is available. You have to scrutinize that data, analyze the data as per your need. Then the last one, but the very important one, is the financial information of a company, which is depicted through its financial statements like balance sheet, profit and loss account, and cash flow statements. Let us talk about these sources of information quickly and briefly one by one. Let me share you about world affairs, that how world affairs can help you to get the information about finances or the sources of finance. There are so many international factors like international political developments, wars, foreign market changes, ups and downs going on in security markets at various countries, influence of domestic income by various decisions which we take in terms of trade, like WTO negotiations or any trips and trim negotiation or any trade agreement, or are we are signing any MOU with any country. Then there are employment and investment markets for the domestic market. So all these type of things are going to affect your financial information, and we can have the access of this financial information in various journals or the periodicals or the databases which are issued by various international and national bodies on their websites in electronic mode as well as print mode. They come out with certain publications, etc. Like India government, they publish economic survey every year, and it gives you financial information about various sectors of the economy in the written, printed, as well as electronic form for the full financial year. Besides, there are so many financial journals like Economic Times, Financial Express, Business Lines. Reports on various economic affairs are printed by various organizations like WTO, UNCTAD, United Nations, etc. Certain foreign journals or newspapers or periodicals, they publish various types of financial information about various sectors of the economy of their own country or the world, like London Economist, Far East Economic Review. There are so many Indian journals like Finance India, or there are the magazines and periodicals like Fortune India, etc., which gives you information about various types of economic parameters. So, in day to day, various activities go on which take place not in the economic forefront but at the international forefront also, which are going to affect your trade and commerce decisions, and they become the sources of information for us. And we get an access to financial information by these journals, periodicals, and newspapers, etc. There is a IMF news survey. The World Bank has got its own database. You can visit the website of World Bank or IMF. They come up with so many type of data about various countries on their websites. There is IMF quarterly. There are journals of IMF and World Bank, WTO, etc. Newsletters of foreign banks like Standard Chartered banks. They come up with various type of financial information which is going to affect our decisions. In India, particularly SEBI, RBI, and various other governmental bodies, they come up with the data sources on financial information and publish it in various times on their websites and in the form of electronic as well as print mode. You can visit the website of RBI where you can find the data, financial information about various types of banks operating in India. May it be the loans, may it be the microfinance, may it be about the NPAs. You get various types of financial information on that. If you are interested in stock markets, you can visit the website of NSC or BSC to know about the various financial aspects of various shares or debt sources issued by various types of companies on these platforms or stock exchanges. Secondly, there are economic and political factors which may be domestic or the outside our country. Domestic economic and political factors, they relate to the GDP, the agricultural output, the aspects of monsoon, the money supply, the inflation, the government policies, the taxation policies, etc. There are so many leading newspapers in India like Financial Express, Economic Times, Business Line, etc. They report regularly on national economic policies and the various economic parameters of the nation, domestic industries from time to time. There are so many journals like Currency or Finance India, or there are the reports of Planning Commission, annual reports of various ministries, RBI annual bulletins, report on currency and finance, which are published by various regulatory bodies like RBI, DFHI, other financial institutions, SEBI, which gives us information on economy, industry, and trade sectors of the country from time to time. Let us talk about now the industry information. The industry information is quite essential for investment decision making. It includes market demand, installed capacity, capacity utilization of the competitors, various activities, their share in the market, who is the market leader, in which industry, what was the output, what was the production, how much was spent on marketing, how much employment was given, how much foreign buyers were there, what is the input, what is the capital goods in countries of various types where they have invested, what were their exports, how much they imported. So there are so many information about industrial policy, labor policy of the government which are being followed by these industries. So the monthly reports of various organizations and associations, government publications, daily financial papers, directory of the information published by Bombay Stock Exchange, reports of Niti Aayog, association like Chamber of Commerce, merchants, FICCI, CII, these give you a wealth of information on industry. Now let us talk about the information of the company, that from where we can get this information. Company information relates to the corporate data, annual reports, stock exchange publications, Department of Company Affairs, circulars, press releases on the corporate affairs by the government, industry, etc. There are so many financial papers, fortnightly journals of capital market, the Lal Street, Business India. They furnish information about the companies listed in the stock exchange. They also publish the results of equity and market research, weekly reviews and monthly reviews of Bombay Stock Exchange provides us useful information for security analysis. Let us talk about the security market information. Investment management needs information about security market as well. The credit rating of the companies, market trends, security market analysis, market reports, equity research reports, trade and settlement data, listing and delisting records, book closures, beta factors. These all are the types of security market information. Various financial information papers like Economic Times, Financial Express, they report on trade cycles, settlements, record dates, book closures, etc. Chartered Financial Analyst, it reports on economic data, company information, market information, security information, etc. With the help of these information sources, we can apprise ourselves in terms of security markets and capital markets. Stock market journals like the Capital Market, the Lal Street, Business India, Fortune India, Investment Weekly, etc., gives a wide variety of information extensively on security markets. Then there are security price quotations. Generally, technical analysis is based upon security price quotations. These include price indices, price and volume data, daily volatility of the shares and their prices, etc. Each stock exchange publishes daily prices and also the closing quotations of the securities traded in it. It also publishes volume of trade for security. Daily quotations are also reported by the various reputed dailies. RBI, Bombay Stock Exchange, and Over-the-Counter Exchange of India, they publish price indices for securities, both industry-wise, region-wise. Moreover, capital market and Dalal Street journals, etc., contain information on price earnings also. Earning per share along with the prices. Bombay Stock Exchange gives you information about so many things. You can visit the website of BSE and NSE and trace out various sources as well as the types of information given on the website. They have got directories also, which gives you about the pattern of shareholdings, distribution schedules, floating stocks, past price data, etc. Most of the companies also, they put on their websites in terms of the annual reports and other reports, their past data and current data, which may influence the investors' perception about that company. So you can get the information about a particular company on the website of that company also. If you want to explore the data on the related markets, then government security market, money market, forex market, commodity market, these all are closely related to the security market. Publications of RBI, DFHI, Indian Banks Association, Security Trading Corporation, a particular bank, and NSE, they give data on the related markets. RBI from time to time comes up with various reports, circular papers, which share information as well as data about the various sectors of the economy. In the similar fashion, if you want to know about agriculture or related aspects, NABARD comes up with various annual reports, data, circulars, papers, and research papers on the basis of which you can apprise yourself about the Indian economy and the agriculture sector. Government security market, money market, foreign market, foreign exchange market, they are reviewed by various dailies, weeklies, and fortnightly published journals. Data on forex is published by London Economist, Far Eastern Economic Review, and Wall Street Journal. If you want to explore information on mutual funds, various schemes of mutual funds and the performance, net asset value, and repurchase prices, etc., they play a very important role in analyzing various investment avenues available to modern investors. Daily financial papers, Investment Weekly, Investors Guide, they publish data on mutual funds. They contain information or current as well as future mutual fund performances based on predictions. So NAV of such schemes, repurchase prices, redemption rate of close-ended funds, daily purchases, sale prices for open-ended funds. Most of the schemes of mutual funds are quoted on the stock exchange. In addition, capital market and other daily or fortnightly publications, they give you information about the mutual funds. If you want to know about the new issue market, the new issue market is the primary market for the securities. In this market, companies issue securities to the investors directly for raising long-term capital. Reports of merchant bankers and SEBI, they are the first-hand information for various new issues floated in the market. They get draft prospectuses for various informations regarding vetting. A magazine like Prime Publication, it publishes all the information relating to the new issues and which are in the pipeline. Merchant brokers, underwriters, brokers in new issue market, they analyze the performance of the issuing companies. Financial journals, they give up write-ups in their forthcoming issues about various IPOs or the investment or the diversifications or the mergers to be planned by various companies. Reserve Bank of India, Department of Company Affairs, etc., they publish periodically data on new issues in the primary market also. And if one is interested on the financial information of a particular company only, then we have to see the financial statements of the company. And what includes the financial statement of a company? It is the balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, and other related disclosures done by the company, mandatorily done under the guidelines issued by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, as well as in compliance of companies law in India. So the balance sheet analysis is done by stock markets, which is based on financial data furnished by the financial statements of a company. The term financial statements refer to the balance sheet or other financial statements which show the position of the company. It includes income and expenditure statement or profit and loss account statement. In addition to the profit allocation statement, it gives you the reconciliation of the balance in this account at the end as well as in the beginning. Thus, financial statements, they contain a summary of the accounts of the company over the period of 1 year that is 1 financial year. The balance sheet shows you the assets, liabilities, and capital at the end of the year of the company. The financial statements of the company, they help financial analysis to know the financial soundness of the company, to know how the company is managing their resources. Financial statements help us to know and ascertain whether it is profitable to invest in the securities of a particular company or not. For every business, there are certain stakeholders which are interested in financial information, which affects the buying and selling transaction. However, since the seller already has information, it is a major requirement for the buyer to get use of such information as much as possible. The buyer can usually find the financial information in the following places: the financial statements, or the income tax returns, or the other internal records of the organization. The result of financial transactions of every company is reflected in its periodic financial statements. These financial statements not only show the past results of the company's transactions, but they also help you to know about the future operations of the business. Balance sheet and income statement in themselves contain important information, but they are the most useful when a professional accountant makes a detailed analysis of them. A complete analysis includes a review of the manner in which these statements were prepared, and perhaps also a review of the records and control features of the accounting system. So basically, the financial information of a particular company can be known through their financial statements, which also includes various audited statements. In many buying and selling transactions, the statements are supplied by the seller, but the buyer, it reserves the right to conduct an audit of seller's record also. Or the buyer, if insists, the seller can give the other financial information relating to various aspects. So in seller's financial statements, if it is analyzed by the independent accountants, they help us to know that what is the goal of the business, what was the performance of the business, how the business had been doing in the past years in terms of profitability, what are the assets of the business, what are the liabilities of the business. So financial statements, if they are not audited, they may not reflect the true financial position or the results of the business operation. Most of the small companies do not have their records audited annually, but without an audit, it is impossible to tell that how accurate the statements really are. So that is why one should always rely on audited statements only. The financial statements which are prepared for income tax purposes may be very different from the statements which are prepared in conformity with the generally accepted accounting principles. Those prepared for tax returns are designed to present the desired tax position in compliance with the tax laws. So the financial statements have different objectives and they may reflect different type of financial information. Many small companies prepare financial statements only for income tax purpose and use all other statements for management decisions. This may or may not give the desired results. The parties to buy, sell transactions are interested in statements reflecting the tax position, but they should concern themselves also with the statements reflecting the non-tax items. The buyer should request the copies of tax returns for at least 3 to 10 years if he is interested in buying that company, because that shows the life of the company. The tax returns are also important in buying the stock of the corporation and buying the assets of the corporation when we are talking specifically about the partnerships or the sole proprietorship. The corporation is an income tax entity. The partnership and sole proprietorships are not. So that is why the partnership is required to file income tax information returns, but does not pay income taxes as the companies does. So the taxable income is passed on to the partners and they pay tax individually. So no tax return is filed for sole proprietorship, but the income statement is included as a part of sole proprietor's personal income tax return. So that is why the information which is available for the company is different from partnership as well as the sole proprietorship. There can be other sources of information which help us to take certain financial decisions. The financial statements are usually supported by detailed analysis of selected accounts. This may include sales analysis by the customer, products, divisions, time period, or any other classification. There can be another external sources also which supply an excellent source of information for the buyer or the investor. They can provide records showing the volume of purchases by the seller. This information is difficult to get in sometimes, but it is basically a proprietary information. So seller may have to find out the various kinds of financial information based upon its need and objective. So before we make any investment, we must check the numerous sources of information. This is because every source that we use, we have our own way of looking at a financial product. Using only a single source is likely to give incomplete information about a product. So list of sources from which information can be available is like TV programs. There are many business channels on television these days. The programs on these channels are in English, Hindi, regional languages. Some of them are more basic, explain foundations of finance, products, while others are more advanced. Some merely tell us about business and economic news. So all these mix of educational sources, news and analysis programs give us the information about the financial aspects of a company. As long as we are able to read, there are plenty of articles available in newspapers and magazines which give us education, news, and analysis. While reading these may take more time than watching television, they are likely to give us more in department information than the television, since it is not possible to clutter a TV program with facts and figures. A printed source allows us to revisit information from time to time to make sure we have understood it well and in the right context. Then we have annual reports, as we discussed. If we invest in shares, we must keep a track of performance of the company through its annual reports. The annual reports not only tell us about the financial performance of the company during the past year, it also tells about the management plans for the future of the company. Then the banks or the company's websites, they tell us about their performance, achievements, attitudes towards businesses and future plans. If we learn the basic use of internet, we can use or easily find out the information on any company that we want to know about. Sometimes we may want to know about more for industry or an issue. The information may not be available on website of the company, but if we learn to search for the information with the help of search engines like Google or Yahoo, we can get the answers to most of the questions that we have in our mind. If we are still not satisfied, we can go to blog sites of the people who share their reviews and information on various topics and put forward their queries. Remember, however, every answer that we received on these internet blogs must be checked with other sources also, because they are the opinions of the individuals. There are certain brokers and financial experts who keep on sharing their views on TV channels or YouTube channels. People with experience in finance, they have valuable source of information. They are likely to understand your more queries much more than these available resources. So people run their blogs and channels where you can put their queries and get answers to your financial queries. Make sure you do not act on the advice of one or two people only. Your investment or any kind of financial decision should be based on broad understanding gathered from various sources. I hope I'm able to make you clear that various sources of information in relation to the finance can help you to get your desired learning outcome or an objective, or it may support your investment or financial decision. I hope with all these elaborations, you are able to get a perspective about the financial information and its resources available online or in other modes which may affect your investment and financial decisions. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.